Uh, in today's lecture, we are going to see array representation of stack. In array representation of stack, we are going to see that stack can be represented in memory using array. In earlier video lectures, we have seen what is stack and what is the concept of stack. But in this video lecture, we will see stack can be represented in memory using arrays. We can declare an array named as stack. We also use top variable to represent topmost element of stack. Finally, a variable max which gives maximum number of elements that can be stored in a stack. The following diagram explains stack using array, right? For example, I have represented this kind of diagram. This can be implemented using C program with the help of array like this, right? Where 0th index number is having 2 element, first index number is having 5 element, second index number is having element 7, third index number is having 1, fourth index is empty, and rest of the indexes are empty. Now here top is pointing to the topmost element. The topmost element is 1, and hence the index number of topmost element, that is 3, is stored in top, right? So this type of representation is called as stack representation using array. ठीक है? So the above diagram shows array representation of stack. Top is pointing to index number 3, which means stack has 4 items. Sometimes when a new data is to be inserted into stack, but there is no available space, this situation is called as stack overflow. This concept we have already covered in earlier lecture. When there is no space available in the stack and we are going to insert a new item which is not possible, that situation is called as stack overflow. And there is another concept called as stack underflow. Stack underflow occurs when data is to be removed from the stack but there is no available data. This situation is called as stack underflow, right? So let us see a C program of stack, right? For implementing stack in terms of array, we require some variables. These variables are a global variable called as max, right? Max, the value of max is 5, and global variable top, which will always point to the topmost element in the stack. Now we have 3 different functions. One function is push function, another is pop, and third one is display function. Push function does not return anything, hence there is void. Pop function returns the value which has removed from the stack, and we have implemented stack as integer array. This is an array declaration of stack. The name of the array is stack itself in capital letters, and the size of the array is max, and max we have defined initially as 5. So how much is the max? Max is 5. So stack is an array of size 5. That means index number are 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. ठीक है? Then the return type of push function is void. That means it doesn't return anything, and inside the bracket void means it doesn't take any arguments. All the 3 function does not take any arguments, but there is only one function which returns something, and that function is pop, because pop is going to remove the element. So the user must be aware which element is removed from the stack. ठीक है? Next, void main. Now this is a menu driven program. In board exam they will ask you to write a menu driven program for implementation of stack, and your program starts its execution from main function, right? So inside main function I have 2 variables, choice and option. Choice I have not initialized, option I have initialized to 1. Top is equal to -1. Why top equals to -1? Because your array index starts from 0. Initially at 0th index number there is no element, because your initially stack is empty, and that's why top is pointing to -1, which indicates stack is totally empty. Now moving forward, while option means what? Option is 1, and in C language 1 means true. So this while option means this will be true. If while is true, then what will happen? It will come inside, and inside there are print statements, and these print statements are nothing but the menu means what? These are the choices which are given to the user. How many choices I have given? I have given total 4 choices: push, pop, display and exit. So user will enter 1, that means I want to push. If user will enter 2, that means I want to pop element. If user enters 3, that means I want to display the stack. If user enters 4, that means I want to exit from the program, right? These types of menu we also got when we go to the ATM, right? When we go to the ATM, we insert a debit card, and that machine gives us so many options, and according to option we proceed further. The same concept is there, that is menu driven program, where we give choices to the user, and according to the user's choice the program will behave, right? So let us see. Suppose what happens if user, how many cases are possible now? 4 cases are possible, right? So case means what? Switch case, right? Whenever there are different cases, then what we choose? We choose switch case, right? So switch will be decided on the basis of choice. What is choice? Choice is nothing but the user's choice, that is user want to push, pop, display or exit 1 2 3 4. If user enters 1, that means we have to call push function and break, right? This break is necessary, otherwise the switch will continue. If user enters 2, that means we have to pop. If user enters 3, that means we have to display, and if user enters 4, that means we have to end the function. Return means the function ends. Which function ends? Main function ends. If main function ends, then what will happen? Program will totally end, right? So after this what will happen? This message will be given, do you want to continue? Type 0 or 1, and this 0 or 1 value will be stored in option variable, and this option variable where we have used this option variable, we have used in while loop, right? So if this option is 0, then what will happen? This while loop will become false, and this while loop opens from here and it closes where? It closes downside here, right? And after the closing of while loop, what is there? After the closing of while loop, there is closing of main function. So this will also end your program, right? So let us go in detail. Suppose the user has chosen the choice 1, and at that time the push function has called. So what will happen here? Void push int num is variable where I will be storing the number which I want to insert into the stack. From where this number will come? This number will come from user. Like for example, I have written here printf, enter the element to be pushed, right? So scanf ampersand num. In this way I am reading the number which I want to insert into the stack, but we don't use the word insert, we use specifically push, right? The function, the name for that particular thing, for that inserting a number in stack is push. Okay, so before taking or reading this number, we have to first follow a step. That step is we have to first check whether your stack is full or not. Why? Because if your stack is full, that condition is called as overflow, right? If there is a overflow condition, then there is no possibility that the element will be stored in the stack. So whenever you are pushing an element into the stack, please check whether your stack is full or not. So how will you check whether your stack is full or not? So for that you must be knowing the size of the stack, right? So you already know what is the size of the stack. In this case the size of the stack is max, right? So how many index possible? Suppose your size of the array is 4, right? Size of the array is 4. So how many indexes are possible? 0, 1, 2 and 3. Last index will be 3. Suppose your size of the stack is 5. Now how many index are possible? 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So last index number will be less than max. Last index number will be less than max, that is less than 1, that is max minus 1, right? So that's why here max minus 1. If top equal to max minus 1, that means top is pointing to the last index number. If top is pointing to the last index number, that means there is no space in the array, and that condition is called as stack is full or stack is overflow, right? If this is not the condition, then and then only you will read a number, and after reading a number, what you will do? You will store that number in the array, right? How to store a number in an array? For example, A is an array and I want to store at the third position. So how can I store a number? A of 3 equals to 5, right? Or A of 2 equals to 15, right? So this 15 number will be stored at second position of the array. This 5 number will be stored at third position of the array. So in this way, at what position I want to store? At the position of top, right? So top, why top? Because I have already incremented the top, that is top plus 1. Here see, I have already incremented the top, and at the topmost position I want to insert the number. So what is the code for that? Name of the array. The name of the array is stack, square bracket, and index number. Index number in this case is stack of top, and equals to what number you want to store. The number I want to store is num, right? Okay. So this is about the push function, and in the pop function what you have to do? Obviously you have to check for what? You have to check for stack is empty or not. For that purpose you have to check top equals to minus 1. If top equals to minus 1 is there, then that means your stack is empty and you cannot remove a element, right? So how to solve this problem? So by checking top equals to minus 1. If top is not equals to minus 1, that means what? That means in the else part what you have to do? Num equals to stack of top. Num equals to stack of top, right? That means the topmost element I have stored in the num variable. That means the topmost element I have stored in the num variable. Now what happens? I have already got the topmost element in the num variable. Now the thing is that just I want to print the number, right? So I have printed the number, and then what I have to do? I have to reduce the top, right? Because one element is deleted from the stack, so stack has to be reduced, right? Okay. Now only one function is remaining, that is display function. Display function is very easy. Before displaying the function, before displaying all the elements in the stack, just you have to check whether your stack is empty or not. Because if your stack is empty, then there is no need of display function. You can directly display that stack is empty. But suppose if your stack is having element, then up to what the element will be there? The elements will start from 0 and it will go up to top, and it will go up to top. Okay. For I equals to top, I have displayed here in reverse manner. So I will start from top. And I will go up to 0. Okay. That means topmost element I will print first, then next element, and then up to 0th location. That's why for I is equal to top, I is greater than or equal to 0, and I minus. And how to display an array? Just name of the array and square bracket index number. Here in this case the index number is I. Okay. So in this way we have seen a menu driven program for stack. So here the program is given. You please do execute this program on your machine, and please give your feedback on this video. Thank you.